Today we're interviewing the artist Timothy Lee Giles. I'm just here to ask him a few questions. The first question is, define your paintings.
For heroes proved in liberating strife, who more than self their country love.
I'll move on to my latest piece, which I finished in July. It's called Women Warriors. It's a painting, my way of giving out a tribute to women who serve, particularly African American women that serve in the military. I'm just going to run through this. I'm not going to go through the whole thing. In particular, I get a woman soldier out in the field holding a teddy bear, keeping her comfort. You see the humanness that comes out of women, and what I tried to capture was the fact that these ladies are soldiers at a moment's notice when they have to be, when they're backing up their colleagues, their comrades, and then they're compassionate as well, whether they're nurses or when they're holding babies that are refugees. And then you see the technical part, as a pilot. And I wanted to explain this point. This was funny. Some lady had critiqued their work and said that, why does he have generals in the picture? And I said, obviously she hadn't been in the military. Generals don't carry a full flag for a coffin. This is a lady that's in distress with her daughter. Family member died, her daughter died. Reflection of the flag as it's being folded. As you know, they fold the flag and then they present it to the mother. Let's move on to this. This is a picture of the Civil War. Of course, we had African Americans that fought in the Civil War. This was about the Butler Medal, which was an early rendition of the Medal of Honor for a black or African American men, if you will, that served in the Civil War. We built this country. The players, Lee, Grant, Lincoln. Everybody says that Lincoln actually was the reason that the slaves were freed. The Emancipation Proclamation kind of came along as a result of the war. What Lincoln really wanted to do was to stop the country from succeeding. If there was a way to keep men in bondage, it would have been. But since the slave issue and the secession issue were tied together, because blacks were seen as, just like a horse, basically, a livestock, property, if you will. Here. Everybody knows the story. Pick up a book on African Americans in the Civil War. As I mentioned before, I'm a Marine. There's no such thing as ex-Marines, former Marines. I served in the Marine Corps from 79 to 82 at Camp Lejeune, The Rock, in El Toro is where I finished. President Obama just presented this medal to the Moffett Point Marines. The Moffett Point Marines were the first African American recruits accepted into the Marine Corps, and then they became the first Marines in the Marine Corps. They were at Moffett Point, which is down near Camp Lejeune, actually down the street at Camp Johnson. These are some of the emblems. This is the official signature for them now, their seal. Some of the places they fought, if you can look into the pictures, the American Eagle, the Statue of Liberty, the Eagle Globe and the Anchor, which means that Marines, we will move, we'll go anywhere. Be it land, air, sea. These are the medals from Marine Huff, Master Sergeant Huff. Right here, most medals he ever got. This is a picture of President Obama actually signing into legislation commemorating the medal for the month of Marine. This, ironically, is President Truman, because the Marine Corps was the last branch of service to integrate. In fact, and maybe ad-lib, I may not get this right, but I think the commandant at the time said if he had a choice of 200,000 African-American Marines recruits or 20,000 white Marines, he would take the 20,000. I mean, that's how opposed he was to having us become Marines. But as you can see through history, yes, we fought for this country.
Mr. Timothy, why have you switched to military art?
Okay, quickly, the reason why I'm doing military art is that I'm a historian at best. I like painting pictures. I just want to capture our history. I'm about 51, so I figure if I put something in color or if I paint it, people look at it, ask questions, gives me a chance to mention it.
Why so many Christian paintings?
Everybody knows I'm a Christian. I'm working on a painting now. I'm not going to reveal the title because I don't want somebody else to jump on this idea before I do. I will paint the Bible. It may take me 5 years. I'm going to paint the significant parts of the Bible. I'm going to put it together to the glory be to God, and I'm going to pass it out if I have to give it away free and get people involved in Christianity.
Have you gone to any art shows lately?
Actually, I just completed Artscape in Baltimore. Had a ball. I'll see you next year, Artscape.
So what do you want others to take from your art?
If you should come to one of my paintings and it doesn't evoke an emotion, a thought, some sort of process to say, what is he saying? Or let me go do some research and find out about the Civil War. Or let me find about women and the bearing process and things they have to go through. Was he accurate in that painting? Did he paint it depicting some passage from Christian history? Who are the Montfort Point Marines? If I get somebody to take a look at my picture and do some research, learn something about some history, and spread it along, and enjoy the essence of the art, the technical part, that's what I'm looking for. I'm mentoring through art.
What can we expect in the future?
I'm going to switch. I'm going to have the same style, but I'm going to try my hand at a lot of people like the jazz pieces. I do a few jazz pieces with coming up. I'm going to do 2 or 3 paintings in all. I'm trying to get my flow back, if you will, in all. And I plan on doing some wildlife.
Well, thank you for the interviews.
I appreciate it. Thanks a lot. I appreciate that, Tyler. I'm going to close in saying something simple. I have to stay. I'm already over the 5 minutes that was allotted for this interview. We all have an obligation to give back to our communities, to teach where we can. It's funny to be in this world today with President Obama. What are we talking about? Heterosexuals or homosexual people rights and stuff. How if some people who choose a certain lifestyle makes a statement, it's okay. If a heterosexual comes and make their opinion known on what God says, what the Word says, then they're known as homophobic. We all have to stand for something, because at the end of the day, we're going to be sitting next to JC, including the president and everybody else that said that we're Christians, but we want to be like the world. So what is my art about? My art is about real life, real history, serving Christ, really. Peace.
Yes, sir. Love again. I know that's right. And the raindrops roll. Yeah. Never end. My brother, if you hold on. If you just hold on. Oh, my sister. Those clouds will soon be gone. Because there's a blessing.